What's going on, everyone? LA Sports back with another video. And in this video, I'm going to be recapping the New York Giants loss to the Miami Dolphins as they fall 20-9 to the Miami Dolphins in a game where the Giants just were not really doing anything on offense at any point in the game. And it sucks as a Giants fan, going into the week. You hear about Daniel Jones, the situation with his injury, and, hearing that Mike Glennon's going to have to start. Mike Glennon might be one of the worst backup quarterbacks in the NFL. I mean, the guy is awful. He started the game really well. He started about 7 for 7 or 8 of 8. I believe it was 8 of 8, and then he decided to throw a deep ball into double coverage to Darius Slayton, who, he sucks. He was targeted to 7 times, and he caught 2 passes. He dropped a couple of passes. Slayton is just an awful football player. The guy is terrible. He had a good season in his first year. In his rookie season, he was coming in a 4th or 5th round pick. So it was definitely a nice surprise in his rookie year. He had 740 yards in just 9 starts. Last year he had 751 yards, but he started 15 games. He had 8 touchdowns in his first year. That's almost a touchdown per start. We thought Darius Slayton was going to be a good player. The guy sucks. He's just not good. That's plain and simple. Saquon Barkley, he had a couple of drops in the game. It didn't, it is what it is. He's a running back. It's different when your wide receiver drops a pass than your running back. At the end of the day, Barkley, could he have been better? Sure. But he caught 6 passes for 19 yards. He had a lot of, plays just blown up because the offensive line just sucks. It's terrible. Running the football, he was pretty, decent. He averaged 5 yards a carry. He had a 23-yard run, which looked very good. The Devontae Booker averaged a good amount, too, in this game, 6 yards a carry. He had a 17-yard run. They were back-to-back, so we got 40 yards on 2 plays. And then, of course, the Giants, when they get to the red zone, they absolutely suck. And Mike Glennon just is terrible. Mike Glennon was sacked 3 times in this game. He threw 44 passes, completed 23 of them. Now, you take away the first 7 or 8 passes of this football game where he completed all of them, Mike Glennon is 15 for 36. That is pathetic. That is really bad. He's terrible. He's, I hope, you never hope a guy, is hurt and, but, he got a concussion. They just said he didn't speak to the media. Who knows if that's true? He might just not want to speak to the media because he's embarrassed and doesn't know what to say, but, I really hope Glennon doesn't start next week. If Jones can't go, I hope it's Jake Fromm. Jake Fromm sucks. He's another guy who sucks, but at least you see a young guy who, maybe he can roll out of the pocket. Who knows? Mike Glennon was just standing there like a sack of potatoes waiting to get smoked. He was waiting to get smoked. The guy didn't leave the pocket once. It was terrible. The play calling today, I thought, they took a couple deep shots of that was all right, but play calling was nothing great. And of course, the offensive line is terrible. And really, it starts there. That's where the struggles of this football team start. It's the offensive line, and that's all on John Mara and Dave Gettleman. And there's nothing else to say about the offensive line. It's terrible. It's the worst unit on this football team, and it's not close. They are the reason that the New York Giants lose football games. They are the reason the New York Giants are not a good football team. And if we get that sorted out, Daniel Jones is a better player. Saquon Barkley is a better player. Joe Judge looks better. So the Giants they absolutely need to fix the offensive line because it sucks. and it's far and away in my opinion, the worst offensive line in all of football. Kenny Golladay got hurt in this game. He returned. The injury was ridiculous. I mean, the guy got punched in the ribs after the play, which is unbelievable to me that it wasn't called. But that wouldn't have changed the game. Evan Engram was the best player on this New York Giants offense today. In terms of the receivers, he had 4 catches for 61 yards, a couple first downs. He was pretty good in this game. And Evan Ingram's a really weird player to me. He's a good player. Sometimes he just screws off. I don't know what else to say with Evan Engram. You see flashes of him being a really good tight end, and he's a Pro Bowl tight end. As crazy as it is to say, he really is. And when he wants to play, you understand why he was in the Pro Bowl. He shows flashes, but he's just not a guy that's going to be part of this New York Giants long-term future. And speaking of our long-term future, I'm going to have a video up on that very soon about the New York Giants' long-term future. Really, at the tight end spot, we have no future. Caden Smith, the guy can't stay on the field. So who knows there. But overall, the offensive line, back to that point, Dave Gettleman is going to be fired, or maybe he's going to retire because he's scared. That guy is a disgrace to our franchise's history. I mean, we're one of the better franchises in the NFL, and then this bum comes in here, and he just screws off. I don't know how you could look at Mike Glennon and say, I'm going to give this guy $1 million. You know how many hardworking people there are in this world that make $1 million over a number of years, and then this guy just throws it to Mike Glennon. It's embarrassing, and there's nothing else to say. That's all on the offense, the offensive line, Gettleman, Mara. Joe Judge, I mean, he's a guy that I think deserves a second chance. Has he been good? Absolutely not. Has he made good decisions? More often than not, he's made bad decisions. But in my opinion, Joe Judge should come back, and I think he will. I mean, we're just destroyed with injuries. That's the first thing. And the second thing is, how do you evaluate somebody with this offensive line? I think the Giants need to, and I think they will, attack it in the draft. Evan Neal, Tyler Linderbaum, those are guys we're going to have to go after. And I think that makes a huge difference on this team. It makes everybody better. And I think that's what the Giants will do this offseason. I think they should stay with Judge. I think they will. And then, go at it again next season with, what we have. Patrick Graham, for the Giants fans upset with him, I don't know what you want from him. I mean, the defense is playing unbelievable. When you hold a team to 20 or less points in the NFL, you should win 99% of the time. Patrick Graham and the defense has done a tremendous job. The defense was great today. Quincy Roche and Azeez Ojulari had a sack each, and those were two guys in the offseason that I wanted. They drafted Azeez in the second round. I didn't think he would ever fall there. He's a great pick there. Quincy Roche, I would have never thought he would, get to the 6th round wherever he got picked. And then, the Steelers cut him. The Giants got him. That was terrific. Those guys they're going to be part of the long-term future of this team. And I don't even think it's a question. They've both been terrific. So that's a good sign there. The secondary was banged up, but they were good. They were good throughout the game. James Bradbury, he's a great player. He just might not be back next year. They might cut him because he's just simply expensive, and the Giants really don't have a lot of money. No Dory Jackson. That was tough. There were a couple plays where we could have used him to go on Jalen Waddle because Bradbury doesn't do so well with fast receivers, but it is what it is there. Aaron Robinson looks like a really good young player, so that looks like a good 3rd-round pick there. But at the end of the day, the defense didn't lose us the game. It was the offense. And for the Giants fans blaming Patrick Graham, you just don't watch the games, or I don't know what you're doing. The Giants' problems start on the offensive line, and they really end there. I mean, it's just terrible. But Giants fall, tough one, 20-9. They move to 4-8. That's all I got in this video, guys. You guys, please let me know down below in the comment section your thoughts on this game. Giants lose 20-9 to the Miami Dolphins. They move to 4-8. Got the Chargers next week. Who knows who's going to start at quarterback? That is going to be a funny discussion in the week ahead of us. But the Giants season looking like it's really not going anywhere anytime soon. But we look ahead to the offseason, and next season, hopefully it's a better season. But the Giants moved to 4-8, fall 20-9. You guys, let me know down below in the comment section what you think about the Giants. This game, tough one, tough to be a Giants fan right now, but we look forward to better times ahead because they are on the way, hopefully sooner rather than later. But that's all I got in this video, guys. You guys, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you guys, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Let's go Giants.